Hey guys, hope you're all alright. As you can see, little Riff Raff joined us again for the video. Oh, she just oh no, she's just getting comfortable. She's a really cute cat, but she can be like a little bit of a bitch sometimes. So like you'll like stroke her and then she'll like lick the spot and glare at you sometimes. But she's being quite soppy now. Every time she's in a video, I feel a bit sorry for Ella, Ella Margaret, because I know you hate cats so much, but she doesn't understand that. she thinks she's helping. Okay, so qualitative methods today. So again, I've started it with a 20-mark question that could possibly come up. So we've got evaluate evaluate the interpreter's claim that qualitative research methods are the most appropriate ones for the study of society. I think she's been a bit nippy there. Right, so with this, what I've done with theory, it's quite a nice idea to get a good chain of reasoning. So explain the point, develop it a little bit more and develop it a little bit more. So with this, that's what I've done. And so we'll go through this and I'll explain what I mean by that. So we're taking the overall idea of the theory and then applying it to say why qualitative methods allow that. So as we know, we're repeating ourselves a little bit here from previous stuff we've known. You already know this. Explain why interpretatives want to look at the meaning behind actions. Explain our overall philosophy with that they think we've got free will, and that they therefore want to look at the meaning behind actions, and they see it as useless, don't forget, to study cause and effect, because they think there is no cause and effect. We've got free will, we choose the meaning behind actions. If you remember the red light, traffic light, not everyone stops at a traffic light. So explain why qualitative data is needed to create Verstehen. So just remind you again, Verstehen is finding out the meaning behind people's actions, understanding that meaning behind their actions. Use concepts again like free will here, so why you could put those points kind of together really if you wanted to. You can then what I'm going to get you to is use the example of covert observation to identify how methods have allowed this. I've chosen covert observation, but if you would rather talk about unstructured interviews or a different qualitative research method, that's fine. I thought that was a nice one to talk about, because then in your evaluation you can explain why it might not be particularly valid. So you could talk about, for example, the like problems with going native, or maybe problems with being able to write notes, or how your feelings or emotions can interact with what you're trying to study. Okay. Second bit, if you remember interpretive is like grounded theory. Now we haven't used this concept, so just to explain it again, what a grounded theory is one where you don't have a hypothesis, you're testing, you build your theory as you go along. So the more you learn about the topic you're studying, you add to your findings that way rather than trying to just prove or disprove a theory. What are you doing, little lady? So if I could get you to explain in your own words what a grounded theory is and identify why that's important. So it might be that you talk about the fact that sociologists get to find out more from the participants' view without putting in their own ideas, or it might be that it's giving the participants more control. Okay, explain why qualitative data allows you to be flexible and quantitative data does not. So remember, once you've set out a questionnaire, you've written a script for a structured interview, you can't change it. But with an unstructured interview, if you start to find something out within the interview you didn't already know about, then you can start to then you can change it as you go along and adapt your questioning style. Then explain why unstructured interviews are more suitable for grounded theory and structured interviews. So you're linking in your example there. Okay, for your evaluation, simply explain how it might be difficult to develop a grounded theory. So, for example, you might not kind of find out. With a grounded theory, if you've got no focus point, it can be kind of like a bit all over the place, and you've got no kind of real focus in your sociological research. Okay, impact of qualitative research. Explain how qualitative research Qualitative research has had a massive impact on the world, there's no doubting it. And it's because it gives you more of an insight in a group than insight into certain groups that you wouldn't find out information out otherwise. So a lot of the research, qualitative research that has given us like a real insight is, and we know the tea room studies that was done when homosexuality was illegal, so people didn't know much about homosexuality. The Black Like Me study, where he dyed his skin black because a lot of racism was kind of hidden from the government, so they didn't know that much about it at the time. So you're kind of studying groups or issues that don't normally get a voice or don't normally get discussed with other types of research, and these things have made real positive changes. So you know how you can pick it, you can talk about like the Black Lives Matters campaign, how that like changed how the government looked at racism. Or you can talk about the tea room study and explain how that contributed to the legalisation of homosexuality, because people realised it wasn't just kind of criminals or mentally ill people that were homosexuals, it was just normal everyday people. Evaluate that by contrasting with positivists, and think that qualitative data is not useful, and think about the fact that you can't gain cause and effect with qualitative research. And in your conclusion, explain that qualitative data is considered more valid, but you might want to link it in an example, explain why it is less practical to use. Again, if you need any help with any of that, please let me know. Hopefully get to see you all soon. Bye.